joined this evening by Washington with Senator Sherrod Brown. Senator, I want to ask you about the federal disaster declaration for the tornado here in Northwest Ohio. We haven't heard from the president yet. When are you expecting to hear something from him?
Yeah, the governor and I have both written to the president, and the governor asked for the declaration. I've spoken to the White House a couple of times. I was in Wood County a few days ago and just saw how important this disaster declaration is. The community has been phenomenal in the way it's stepped up, and not just people in Millbury and Wood County, but throughout Northwest Ohio and beyond. People have given so much already to help people. I'm going to see the president tomorrow, in all likelihood, on the way out to Columbus when he comes to the state. I'm hopeful they've got the information we've put together for them to make this declaration. As I said, I'm hopeful that he makes the declaration tomorrow or soon after.
When you were here in town, were you surprised at the way people really came together and were doing things on their own and weren't necessarily waiting for the government to come in to give them a hand?
Yeah, I think any time there's a significant disaster like this, I mean, this was awful in a relatively small area compared to some other natural disasters we've seen around the country. But to people that are affected, it's everything, of course. People lost their homes. I believe now 5 people have died. And the devastation is incredible. And when you see it, you just can't really believe, even from all that you see on your station or you see in the Blade, you can't really believe it till you see it. But I think this country is one of the amazing things about the United States of America is how neighbors and friends and people that are strangers come in and help others. The government always comes in, too, in these situations, but usually there's the first responders that are local government, then there's all the volunteers, and then the federal government comes in. That's what we're hoping will happen this year, and that's why I've been talking to the White House, and will personally mention it personally talk to the president tomorrow.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Senator, we actually have gotten to the point where 6 people have lost their lives in the tornado damage. One thing I think a lot of people around here want to make sure is that the damage and the problems that have happened here in Northwest Ohio don't go under the radar. We know there's problems in the Gulf of Mexico. There was a big disaster in Arkansas. What kind of things are you doing to make sure that our issues still resonate in Washington?
Well, I talked to them, and I was with the Assistant Chief of Staff at the White House 2 days ago. I don't ever let them forget Ohio. And I know this was small compared to the Gulf disaster, even compared to what happened in Arkansas, small compared to a hurricane, small compared to a major flood. But it's not small for a large number of people in Wood County, and we won't let the White House forget that. And I think the White House is you know, they don't make these decisions within a couple of days on something of this size, but I'm still very hopeful that they'll make the right decision, and you know, sometime by the end of this weekend.
Okay, Senator, we await that conversation you have with the president tomorrow. We thank you very much for your time, and that is your Talk Back.